There is, when you look at the cognitive level, and this is a slide from Kathy Kolbe, and I'm really just using this here only to illustrate what cognitive strengths are and how they shape our behavior. Again, I'm not suggesting I'm not giving you any medical advice as a result of that here. So when you look at how we work, that all of us every day we gather and share information in a certain way. That is the red column here. We arrange and design things in life, right, which is the blue column, and we deal with risk and uncertainty, and we handle space and tangibles. Today, I'm going to focus on how we gather and share information, which is the fact finder mode in red, how we arrange and design everything, which is the follow through in blue, and how we deal with risk and uncertainty in the quick start mode, which is in green. So take a moment to look at it. Hi, Adam, I see you there. Monica, I see you. Thanks for joining. Alina, thank you for joining. I see you. If you have any questions, put them here in the Facebook thing, right? Chat. So when you look at each mode, in each mode we either counteract, we accommodate, or we initiate. So what does that mean? Give an example, right? So as a fact finder, right? If you counteract a fact finder, you're good at simplifying, right? So you're good at taking action without having too much information. You're also good at getting right to the bottom line, extracting the essence of things, and have the high overview, big picture. On the other hand of fact finder, for example, when you're good at strategizing. So you're good at dealing with a lot of information and then derive a strategy from that. Let's talk about follow through. If you counteract and follow through, that's the blue column here. And you counteract, you're good at shortcutting and adapting. I'm a follow through, and I will give you a few examples in a minute how that what that means to me in terms of my diabetes care, right? But when you initiate and follow through, you're good at systemizing and planning and so on. And I will share with you in about 2 minutes that I'm not that person, but my wife is. So in my diabetes care, doing this together has really, really helped me to lead like a wonderful life and do other things that I mentioned before. So let's dive into this. So here's Mark, right? So this is actually my cognitive profile. So all of my clients know like about Mark and Maria. It's actually Anne and me, my wife Anne and me. But here in my presentations, it's Mark and Maria again. But it's a real life. Those are real life examples from my own diabetes care because Anne's in my profile. So this doesn't mean anything to you, and I don't have the time to explain that to you. But you will see that Mark will. That's me, basically, right? Journal and focus your A1Cs and trends, right? Sorry, it's actually wrong here. So I will not focus on that. Sorry, I will only focus on the A1C. I will not focus on the actual blood sugar results every day or every second hour or so, right? So I want to look at what is my A1C, and is it going up and down? Is the trend good? And that is enough by me. That's all I need to know in order to manage my diabetes. I review results, those A1C results, and discuss them with my doctor and explore what I need to do. And I also will not count carbs like when I eat, but I will estimate my dose. Meaning I will look at my plate and say, this is about 3 units of insulin, for example, right? Rather than saying, there's like 45 grams of carbs approximately, and that's why I need to inject that much insulin. So I also want this profile tells me that I won't journal my blood sugar levels like on an hourly basis, 12 basis. I will not journal how many carbs I've had or the medications I've taken. I will not plan ahead and manage like a meal plan, for example. I'm the one who goes to the restaurant and figures it out then, right? Or I wait for dinner's ready, put stuff on my plate, and then I would say, okay, now I need to take my medication. I'm not going to plan this ahead or have a checklist on what I need to buy in order to stay healthy, right? Or cook healthy rather. And I will not always bring my medication, for example, with me. I very often forget. I go to work and say, oh, I forgot my pen at home, and then I just don't eat, for a few hours until I get home, and then I can inject. So that is that profile. That's how I naturally work, right? So if you are a healthcare professional right now, you're already probably like panicking, like, what does that mean? But that's what I naturally do. And I described that in my book in much detail, with a lot of examples of how Anne and I are managing this, and how she supports me in that, and how we different and really make it work as a team. So here's Anne, but again it's Maria, but here's Anne, and she, again, my wife Anne does not have diabetes, but if she did, she would journal her blood sugar levels and the carbs that she's eating and the medication that she's taking. She would review her results and clarify those specifics with the doctor, and she would count carbs and determine the exact dosage that she needs to take, right? Unlike me, who would just look at the plate and then make a guesstimate. On the other hand, on the side of the coin, on the flip side, she would not oversimplify her diabetes care strategy. She would not manage her meal planning without a checklist. All right, so Anne does everything with checklist, and she will not leave the house without insulin or jelly beans. So since Anne doesn't have diabetes, and we go out, she's always the one who asks me, like, do you have your insulin with you? Do you have your jelly beans with you in case your blood sugar goes low, right? So do you have your other medication with you that you need, right? So here's a good example how two people would approach diabetes care, the care, the blood sugar management totally different, but also as a couple would support each other. So again, I cannot and will not coach you on how to use the Kolbe and your cognitive strength in your diabetes care. But if you wanted to take a Kolbe A, you can do that very easily. And what you do is you go to my website, and I will give you the link here in a moment. So you will go back to my website, and let me put that link into the chat box. Let's see here. Link is here in the chat box. You will go to that link. I also put this here on Facebook so that you see it. Right, so you can go to this link, and so you can go to this link and then take your Kolbe A. All right, so do take that Kolbe A, not for your diabetes care, but for all other aspects in life. It will give you so much information on how you actually take action, what you will do and what you will not do, like how you will, in the coaching we will go into like how you will manage your finance, how you do your sales in your job, right? So how how you plan whatever you want to plan in life. So Kolbe is such a very strong tool. Unfortunately, I cannot use it in your diabetes management. What I can do though is I can give you an alternative to that, which I will do right now.